What is going on? What is going on? I'm about to get this all set up. Let me get my coffee ready. We're about to get this jumping off real quick. What is up, guys? What's up? What's up? What's up? Give me a minute. I'm about to get my cup of coffee real quick. All right. What's going on, guys? Sorry. My stream is all messed up today. What is up, y'all? My stream is all messed up today. I don't know what's going on with it, but I'm over here just getting my stuff together. Let me see if I'm even live. I don't even know if anybody's in here. I try to use what's that program called? I can't even remember. Reflector 2. I try to get that to work, but that's just not working out for me. So let me see what's going on with my live stream. Okay, so it says I'm live. I got people in here. Sorry about my last few streams. They've just been a mess. I know they've been a mess, man. Ross in the building, Todd. We're here to talk about the Essential phone, which I have right here, and then I got the iPhone 10, which I'm going to talk a little bit about the things that I do like, things that I don't like. And I'm going to wait for more people to join the room or the chat. Let me go ahead and see if I can share this out real quick. Oh, man. I tried doing this yesterday. Horrible. It came out horrible. It actually just died out on me. So I'm trying to go ahead and send out my links out right now. I do apologize for the little delay there. I was trying to get my coffee all set up and let the dog out real quick, because I know once I start doing my live stream, you know, my dog's gonna start acting up. So let the dog out real quick. Who let the dogs out? We got 7 people watching. Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday. What time is it here? It's actually 8:30 a.m. I got up thinking it was about 7. Actually, the time changed, so it was actually 6 o'clock in the morning. So got up super early. I've been wanting to go out to the park to shoot some video on my Essential phone right here, which I was supposed to do Friday or Saturday yesterday, and it just rained, so I wasn't able to go do that. I don't want to do them indoors because I think the outdoor light is more nice. So that's what happened. I tried to let me open this up. I tried to get my my video footage in yesterday, but it wasn't happening. The rain, and then I haven't had any good lighting indoors in a little bit because it's been gray outside, and I got the lighting that I do have is actually like yellowish. So when I record with the iPhone 10, oh my God, it's not good, man. Not so far indoors is not good. Let me see. We'll read some of the comments. Good morning. What's up, T? D Love Tech. What's going on? Let me get my cup real quick, and then we're about to jump off into the iPhone 10. I keep calling it the X. The iPhone 10 and the Essential phone, which I haven't done a review on the Essential phone yet. I had some footage. Let me take that back. I had some footage on the Essential phone, which I made yesterday I recorded it on the iPhone 10, and I was having major issues with it, trying to transfer it to my MacBook so that I can edit it in iMovie. Horrible because I recorded all the footage in 4K 60 frames per second. And when I try to transfer it over, man, it transferred over. I connected it, transferred it over, and when I put it into iMovie and I tried to actually edit and scrub it so I could, edit some parts out, it was not happening. It was just a horrible experience. I still have it set to 4K 60 frames per second. And I don't know if I'll be using that because, like I said, I tried to transfer the files over, even with AirDrop, because shout out to Jay Wills. Jay Wills actually, he helped me out yesterday. He said, well, he said I was doing it wrong, which he made me laugh. He called me yesterday via Hangouts, and he said, "You're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong." And I was like, I was just cracking up. So he said that if I wanted to transfer the files over to 4K 60 frames per second, I had to use AirDrop. So I tried using AirDrop. It did transfer some smaller files, but as far as the larger video that I took that was actually about 12 minutes, that never transferred over. So I'm right now at the moment, I'm kind of like giving up on 4K 60 frames per second. I'm bringing it down to 1080p 60 frames per second. I just wanted to test it out to see how that was going to work out or whatever. But let me see who's in the comments. Okay, Ross Tech. What's good, T? Just shared the stream. Thank you, Ross, for sharing the stream. Let me go ahead and get into my cup of coffee I got right here. Hold on, give me a second. All right. All right, I'm in the building. Yesterday, I was not in the building. Yesterday, I don't even match today. I got a light blue shirt and a camouflage hat. So anyways, the iPhone versus the Essential phone. I want to talk about what I think about that. The Essential phone is going to be a separate video, which I'll probably make. I got to make it today. But as far as the iPhone 10, what I like about it and how it's been doing the last 24 hours with it, man. I like the phone. I like the fact. I like how it unlocks and it's easy to manage through the UI with the gestures. I don't mind the gestures, but the issue that I'm having is a lot of the apps, like I mentioned before in my video, a lot of the apps are not compatible for the full screen resolution, and it's just giving me a bad experience right now so far. Like they're like the videos when you watch YouTube, because I watch a lot of YouTube videos, and YouTube videos, I'm getting the black bars on the side, which just it helps because when I put it in full screen mode and the notch, it just interferes also. So I don't know how I feel about that yet. It's gonna take a while to get used to it, but the gestures are pretty cool. I like the slide down notifications real quick. It's pretty nice on here. Let me turn my brightness down so you guys can have a look at what I'm looking at. So here's the setup I have. I got the Google wallpaper going on there. And the unlock process is pretty quick. The thing I like about the unlock process is that when I swipe up, once you pull it out of your pocket, the screen automatically turns on, and then you put it to your face, and it's already looking for your face, and then you just swipe up. So it's pretty fast. It's not faster than the fingerprint reader. I noticed right away, but it is pretty fast, and it's been working okay so far. But like the only issue, it's pretty fast. Also, the only issue that I'm having is the notch. I'm not used to it yet. And watching video on here compared to the Essential phone, I rather watch. Like the Essential phone also has the black bars. Let's see, I'll show you. You see the black bars on the Essential phone. I'm trying to get the light out. It's almost the same with the iPhone, if you can see that, but that looks kind of weird. You got it on 3, but on the iPhone 10, when I put it on, the screen is way smaller. I think this has a taller screen on the Essential phone. So let me show you real quick what I mean. So you get the full screen on the app. So when you go to the YouTube app, you get the full screen. The issue is when you play the video, and so it's not too bad. Check it out. What do you guys think? Let me turn the volume down on this. So which one do you guys like better? The Essential phone, for some reason, let me see the lighting. The Essential phone, the brightness is actually more brighter on the Essential phone. I'll turn the brightness, so you guys be the judge. I'll turn the brightness all the way up, and then I'll disable adaptive brightness, so you guys can check it out, and you guys be the judge and tell me which screen is brighter than the other. I had my kids actually pick the screen out, and they went with the iPhone. So let me go ahead and they went with the Essential phone. You guys be the judge. Look at that screen. That thing is, whew. This is the iPhone. So they're both pretty bright. Like in here, you can't really tell. This camera's not letting you actually see the video because it's just like too bright. So I got the Essential phone on this side and then the iPhone on this side, but the viewing angles on the Essential phone is pretty nice, and the iPhone. They were saying that there was some kind of bluish. Shout out to TK from Total Tech. He said there was like a bluish hue on the iPhone 10, which it is there, but it's like it's only visible really on a white background. But yeah, you can see that viewing angles on both phones are actually very nice. I like the viewing angles on both of them. The black bars is what's bugging me the most on the iPhone. Not so bad on the Essential phone. For if you look closely, you can see that they're not as wide on the Essential phone. But on the iPhone 10, it makes it seem like you're rocking that the iPhone 7 or the iPhone 7 Plus. The bars are huge compared to the Essential. That's my little gripe that I have right there with the iPhone. Other than that, it's been pretty good. Let me turn the brightness back down. I do like the gestures, like I mentioned before. Let me turn this one back down. Turn adaptive brightness back up. And for some reason, even though they're like the same size, like I'll go out and we go home, even though they're like the same size as far as height and width, because I measured them before on my previous video with the dummy unit, and they're about the same height and same width, but the Essential phone has a little bit wider screen and less bezels, and the iPhone has more bezels and less screen. 5.7 inches on here, 5.8 on here, but I kind of think that they're measuring it from corner to the top, but that cutout in the middle kind of takes a lot of the screen away. So I don't know what to think about that either, but I haven't really tested the cameras. I'm gonna do that today. As far as testing out the cameras, and I'm gonna do a side-by-side comparison video with the cameras on the Essential phone versus the iPhone. I know the iPhone's definitely gonna blow it away, but let me read some of these comments real quick. I forgot all about them. Sometimes I do that. I zone out and I just start doing my own thing and I forget about what the heck I'm doing. Go to my channel real quick. Okay, so let me go to okay, so I got a whole bunch of people. Tech Junkies in the building. Shout out to Tech Junkies. I didn't see you if you just joined. King of Kings, what's going on? So you guys have any questions? Paul Tech in the building. Paul Tech, I saw your studio video yesterday. Man, thumbs up to that. That looks sharp. I need a little area like that right now. What I'm doing, I'm just basically doing in my kitchen, and I have a little desk in my garage, which I go out there every now and then. But the weather, getting cold, I'd rather like do it indoors. But I like going to the park. I like going to the park and getting natural lighting. Makes my videos look a little nicer. So Paul Tech, shout out. We got Brian Harkin. What's going on? Ross Tech and more. Ross got a nice channel going on too. King of Kings. Let me see what else. TG in the building. What's up, TG? Budget phone is better. I don't know what you're talking about there. Let me see. Between the iPhone, me personally, between the iPhone 10 and the Essential phone, man, I like the Essential phone a whole lot. I think I like the screen on it. For some, the little camera thing does not bug me at all on the Essential phone at all. I've been full screen mode, it doesn't bother me at all, but the notch, that huge notch on the iPhone 10 just bugs the crap out of me. Like watching videos on Netflix, when you put it in Netflix and you get the whole full screen, and it seems like I tweeted out the other day that simply my device in the building was going on. I tweeted out the other day that viewing Netflix on the iPhone 10 is like viewing a bootleg movie and somebody standing up in the theater. And you know what I'm saying? Somebody's headshot in the theater throughout the whole movie. That's what it seems like when I'm watching. What's up? What's up? Will H in the building. Simply my device. Simply my device. Mike Dixon. Shout out to Mike Dixon, man. He put out a video last night, and I think it was last night. I saw it last night, and I was watching that video about how there's a lot of phones that are not worth $1,000, or it's not worth paying that much. Anything over $800, I think, is overpriced. But he has a point, because there are a lot of phones out there that $400, $500, this being one of them, that perform just as good, and you're going to be able to do the same thing you do on the iPhone with it, except for the Animojis. I like the Animojis. The Animojis is nice. I was playing with that. Tech Junkies, what's up? I'm going to pick up the Essential phone. John Appleseed, how you doing? Bill Jones. Shout out to Bill Jones in the building. Yeah, Bill Jones just got in. I just want to recap on what I was talking about. I'm having a difficult time accepting the notch on the iPhone 10. Not in portrait mode, but in landscape mode. Like landscape mode. Not on YouTube, particularly, because YouTube black bars the crap out of it, and it just looks like the iPhone 8. Might as well get the iPhone 8. Look at that. But that's not where I was going with it. I was going with it on Netflix. Let me go to Netflix and show you guys what I'm talking about. I'm trying not to play anything that I'll get copyright for. Just a quick glance. I'll pause the video so you guys. I just want you guys to see what I'm looking at when I. Okay, I'm gonna pause it right there. Boom. This is what I mean when you're when you're watching video in full screen and you have the notch like right there. That's. It may not bug you, but it bugs the crap out of me. It just bugs me. I feel like I don't know. I'm not used to it. Maybe I have to get used to it. But that's what bugs me with the iPhone 10, is viewing videos in this mode and that notch being there. This is how I wanted to view all my content, actually. I wanted to be viewed in full screen like YouTube. YouTube won't even do this. YouTube won't even go into full screen mode like that. It ends up giving you, it ends up transforming your iPhone 10 into the iPhone 8 with the full bezels. So that's where I'm at with this. I do like the phone. I'm not going to knock the phone. It has good cameras and all that good stuff. I'm getting along pretty good with the gestures. If I can get out of here. Okay. I'm getting along pretty good with the gestures. I like the gestures. I like the swipe up and hold and long press and then remove your applications or whatever. The gestures is pretty cool, but like I said, just a black bar. Let me see. Show. Let me catch up on my comments. I got my coffee here. Like I said, I woke up super early. I went to bed probably about midnight. Let me recap on some of my live chat going on right there. Okay, let me see. Will H says my Essential phone freezes sometimes. Does yours? Yes, it's been doing that. It started doing that yesterday. I don't know what it is. Do you have your SIM card in yours? Because I removed my SIM card. That's about the only thing I did with the Essential phone. I removed the SIM card and I put it into my iPhone 10, and I started noticing like a crash, not like a crash, but just like a freeze, like a little freeze on it. It never did that before until I removed the SIM card. You can see the SIM card is gone. So it may be it's trying to search for signal, or it's stuck trying to search for signal. I don't know what it is. I powered it off, powered it back on. Hasn't done it since. But it did do that when I popped the SIM card out. But yeah, the Essential phone, it's a good, smooth running phone. Other than auto update. Tap to update. Okay. So yeah, and then I have a friend of mine who I'm not gonna disclose his name. He contacted me last night. Definitely not gonna disclose his name. He works for AT&T. I'll give you that. And he had a he. I tried to have him to actually record this for me, and he says that he has someone who has it on their phone, but they were ordered to delete it. And I'm not sure if the other friend still has a recording of it, but they have a display unit that is at their store. It was plugged in. The battery swelled up on the iPhone 10 and popped the display out. So I was like, oh my gosh, you got to send me that video. I need that video. So we'll see what happens with that. It's, I don't want nobody to lose their job over it. So if it's going to cause any kind of thing like that, then I just rather not have the video. But it's missing area of viewing. Yes, and check this out. Another thing that Alan, was it Alan? I'm not sure who it was who pointed it out. It may have been Alan from Phone Tech at work. When I'm messaging, let me see what message I could display. I'll display this one here. When I'm messaging someone, my buddy Chaz here, the space, let me turn my brightness down. The space at the bottom, it seems like it's wasted space down there. Check that out. Somebody pointed that out on one of their videos, and I thought I'd point it out in mine. They could have put something there, maybe the number row on the top to bring the keys down. Sort of like wasted space there, and that's throughout the whole operating system when you're using the keyboard. It just stays like that. I don't know why the microphone's down there. I don't know why the emoji's down there, but it seems like it's wasted space on the keyboard there. So that's another thing that I noticed. So yeah, it doesn't look good. Let me read some of my comments. Like I said, I keep forgetting that I have them. Okay, I'm back on my comments. King of Kings. No SIM card in it. So Will H says he has no SIM card in his, and he notices his Essential phone freezing. Like mine's, it was doing the same thing. Are you watching it? You're watching it wrong. King of Kings says you're watching it wrong. He must be referring to the notch in full screen mode. We gain an hour, some extra sleep. Okay, no SIM card in it. So yeah, that could be the issue. What's up, Matt? Matt in the building. Good morning. There's a lot of people actually in here for it being 8:50 a.m. in the morning. I figured I would be recording this and talking to myself the whole time, but it's actually a lot of people in here. Jason Gill, have you tried 3D Touch? That wasted space. Okay, have you tried 3D Touch? That wasted space. Let me try it. Let me try 3D Touch. That wasted space. Let me go back to my message. 3D Touch. 3D Touch. Nothing. Nothing going on there. I like how you can just swipe over to back to your messages or whatever. You can swipe from application to application, which is real cool. Jay Wills just put a video out there. I didn't even know this. I saw this video, so shout out to Jay Wills. But yeah, you can swipe over from application to application. Yeah, I'll even do the keyboard here. If I do the keyboard right here while I'm in YouTube, about to type something, you'll see it again. Just wasted space. Those are a few things that I've noticed so far. Going through the iPhone 10. Like I said, I do like the phone. You can see I have the Apple Watch on. My Apple Watch is updated. My MacBook is updated too. I also did an update, so I'm rocking with Apple pretty hard. You guys can tell, but I have when it comes to the phones, smartphones, I kind of lean way more to the Essential phone. It just feels better in the hand. One thing, and I've been rocking with it with no case since day one. I haven't dropped it. Thank God I haven't dropped it. But no case, no scratches, no screen protectors, and it's been holding up, man, big time. By this time, my Note 8 Plus, when I picked it up, my Note 8 Plus had a scratch in 3 days. In 3 days of owning it, I had a scratch on the display. This one so far has been holding up pretty good. I believe it's Gorilla Glass 5 on the front, ceramic on the back, but no scratches, man, on the front. Same type of material that's on the SA Plus Gorilla Glass 5. There's a reason for everything. Jason Appleseed says there's a reason for everything. If it wasn't there, you would constantly be pressing the space bar. Could be. I feel. Let me see how it could. Yeah, it could be. You could be correct with that. But I just feel like it's just empty there. I don't think I would be pressing the space bar. I don't because my this is how. Let me show you. This is how I would be holding my phone. So I don't think I would be pressing the space bar. And when I go to type, you normally hold your phone like this. Let me get out of here. You normally hold your phone like this. So it seems like I gotta go up more to get to the top. You know what I'm saying? So if the keyboard came down, in my opinion, I think it would help me out a lot more. The keyboard just coming down. I think the keyboard is already too tall. I'd rather type down here. I'd rather type down here than stretch up all the way to the top. That's just me. I think that they need to bring the keyboard down. Let me see what else. Let me read some of the comments. Tito Nieves is in the building. Tito Nieves just got his Pixel XL. He's having a blast with it. I'm rocking with the Essential, man. I'm gonna skip the Pixel. I think the Essential is the boss right now at the price point, and you're getting some premium materials for that price point. That's just me. So Tito Nieves says I missed the Essential phone. He sent his bag. I guess he had an issue with it. Jason Gill, True Tech, but the Gear S3 watch is better. I don't know, man. I haven't had my hands on the Gear S3, so I couldn't tell you if it's better. But I've been rocking with this one right here since day one. This is my day one phone. I mean, my day one smartwatch right here. This is the LG G Watch R, and check it out. And I use it to work every day, and this thing has held up. You can see I got some scratches on it, but it has held up amazingly well for how old. I think I got this in 2015 when it first released, and the battery life still holds up. Still holds 2-day charge. It's still doing real good. Check it out. Battery life is still on point. I'm at 27%. It's been sitting on my table for 2 days. I like the Essential. The Essential phone, yeah, the Essential. Let me get back to the Essential phone. I'll put the iPhone back down because the Essential phone is my phone of choice right now at the moment. When it comes to viewing content, I'm going to show you how Netflix looks on the Essential phone, so you can see that this little notch it's like very minimal on the Essential phone. Sometimes when I first got the phone and it had that black and red wallpaper, I thought it was part of the wallpaper. That's how discreet the little camera is. Let me show you. Let me get into Netflix real quick and go into. Let me watch this one here. And I'm going to show you how it looks in full screen mode. So let me see if I can get it. Boom. So this is what they do with the Essential phone in full screen mode. They kind of black bar it on the top of the camera. That's probably why I've never noticed it. Now that I'm looking back at it, I see what they did here. Let me see if I can actually blow that up. So yeah, that's what they did. So this is what they did with let me pause that again. Can't even see it. Yeah, it has the black bars on the top and on the bottom. So that's why I never noticed the notch now that I'm coming back to it. So yeah, I guess that they fooled me with that one. Let me see if I could find a little better image with more light in it so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Okay. Here's the image with a little bit more light. And you guys can see that they did black bar the camera part straight down. So you don't really notice the camera at all. So that's probably why I didn't see it before. And it didn't bug me. So that's one thing. But with the iPhone, it's bugging me. I think maybe it's because the bezels are smaller on here. But let me get back to the comments. What do you guys think about that? I just found out myself that they were black barring it on Netflix. Didn't notice that until now. So let me get into my comments real quick. Okay. If you put the wallpaper, this is John Appleseed. If you put the wallpaper with black along the top, you won't notice it on either phones. I'll have to try that. Johnny Appleseed says that's why they should do with the iPhone X. See, I don't have a problem in portrait mode. In portrait mode is fine. The notch on the top doesn't even bother me. It's in landscape. When I'm watching the video in landscape. Yeah, because they black bar the bottom part of the phone, which there's not even a bezel there. So it brings the screen more smaller. So it looks way smaller on, what's up, Phone Tech at Work, Alan? It brings here's what it does. On the Essential phone, this is the screen of the Essential phone. It's already on, this is the bottom, this is the top. So the bottom's already there. What they do is they actually black bar the top so it boom comes in. And that's fine because you're still getting, it's just very minimal. It's very minimal. They just come down with the black bar and they leave the bottom. So it's very minimal. So it actually evens out on the Essential phone. You got the same amount of space on both sides. Okay. On the iPhone 10, here's the iPhone 10. This is the bottom. This is the top. This is what they do. Boom. So they create a notch at the bottom, which wasn't, they create a black bar at the bottom, which was never there. So they do this, boom. So now your screen is much smaller. You have huge bezel on the bottom, huge bezel on the top. So that's the difference between the Essential phone and the iPhone. The Essential phone, once again, already has a bezel on the bottom. So this is the bottom. They just bring down the top. And then, but on the iPhone, they do both. They actually put a black bar on the bottom, black bar on the top, and make the screen, and it doesn't look good. That's just me. I like the Essential phone, like I said, when it comes to watching video content. The Essential phone, plus it's a little more wider. Check it out. On YouTube, see what they do on YouTube. This is the bottom of the phone, so the bezel's already there. So what they do is they just create this one. See? Let me show you again. Here's the bezel on the bottom of the Essential phone. You can see it there. And then what they do is they just even it out. They come down to meet with the camera. It's pretty nice what they did there. So they're not actually shrinking down the screen on both sides. They're just shrinking it down from the top. I'll show you in the video again. Boom, that's what they do. So that looks cool. I could go with that. I don't have a problem with that. I just have a problem on the screen on the iPhone 10 because they shrink it down to the iPhone 8. If you really think about it, it's like a 4-point something screen. Let me see. Let me read. Tito Nieves says, "Are you keeping the X?" I think I will keep the X because I think that's going to be the last iPhone until next year. So I'm going to keep it. Let me see. Phone Tech at Work, Tech Junkies. I don't know if I am or not. Tech Junkies. I just looked. I'm ordering it on my tablet as well as we speak. So what are you ordering, Tech Junkie? I'm sorry, I'm just catching up. You have 15 days to return it. Here's the thing with the return policies on a lot of companies that sell you these products. Here's the thing. You have, if you don't know by now, you have a 15-day return policy. It's called buyer's remorse. I did mine with my Samsung Galaxy Note 8. I had an issue with the microphone. The microphone kept cutting out. So I called them. I said, I want you to replace my device. Send me a new one and I'll send you this one back. They said, no, you have to do a return policy. We have to do a RMA and return everything. So that's what they told me over the phone. So I'm like, man, I don't want to return everything. I like the phone. I really want to keep the phone. I don't want to go through the return process and then I got to wait for my refund money to get another one. It was just a big ordeal in my opinion. So I called them. That's what they did for me. They said, well, you have to send it in because it's between the 15-day or 14-day period, buyer's remorse. So we're not going to send you a replacement. You just have to return that one and get the other one because you're still within that time frame. So I waited a couple of days. I found something on Samsung Community Forum where I was able to fix my microphone again and get it working. So I got my microphone working again, but I had already, the RMA was already started. So I called them and I was like, I got my microphone back working. I don't think I'm going to return the Note 8. We worked for about a week and a half with no issues. So I called them. And after that, the mic actually went out like the next day after I called them. So I went back and I'm like, crap, I already passed the 14 days and I was like, oh, now I'm not going to be able to get it. But when I went back onto my Samsung account, when I started the RMA, they actually gave me 30 days from when I processed the return. When I called and I did the RMA or the return process over the phone, from that day, they actually gave me 30 days to return the phone. So you get, if you, not if you, I'm not saying to do this, but if you're picking up a phone that you're not really interested in, you decide to return it, you can call them within the 14 days, like maybe the 13th day, tell them you don't like the phone and you're going to return it, and then you can get an extra 30 days with the phone. I'm just saying that's what, I didn't mean to do that, but that's how it ended up with me. So I returned the phone anyways. I'm waiting on my refund now. I'm not too sure if I'm going to pick up another Note 8. You can see I didn't make any videos on my channel of the Note 8. I didn't make any videos on it because there was so much coverage on it, just like on the iPhone. But the iPhone, I got it from my personal phone. I got it just because that's the phone that I like to have. So let me read some of the comments. What's going on? What's going on? The essential phone. Yeah. I think it's $450 right now at Best Buy. The essential phone. Six gigs. Brian Harkins, what are you talking about? Oh, the HTC U11 Plus. 6 gigs. 128. 6 gigs of RAM, 128 RAM. That is nice. Wait for the S9. The S9. I may wait for the S9 because I didn't do a lot of coverage on the Note 8 simply because it was very similar to the S8 Plus, in all honesty. The battery life was a little bit better on the S8 Plus, but as far as the operating system, it was basically identical, the same phone, but with the S Pen, and the cameras were the same in my opinion. The S Pen, I didn't really use the S Pen. I started using it. I may have used it within that amount of time that I had the phone, maybe 5 times. So I wasn't really a huge S Pen fan. I was more media consumption. I loved the display because I loved the viewing content on the display was nice. Let me see. Deepak Murphy, what's going on? How is the camera quality on the Essential phone? Good question. The camera quality on the Essential phone when I first got it was not so great. I'll be totally honest. The stability was kind of horrible, was kind of whack. But I'm telling you, like first couple days with it, it got some updates. I got like maybe 3 or 4 updates. I got a software update for the operating system, and then I got 2 camera app updates, which man, they did wonders with the camera. The camera is good, man. The stability changed on it. It got real good. I did try the Google camera on here just to try it, but I'm sticking with the stock camera that it came with. It works real good. Tech Junkies. I don't like Samsung software. Hardware is great. I don't have a problem with their software. I actually like their software. It's come a long way from TouchWiz. I like their features. They just bombard their phones with all kinds of extra features. Rico for you. Bottom line, Essential is just such a great value for such a great device. Pass on the X. I agree with you. Pass on the X. No, I I got the iPhone because everyone in my family, my immediate circle, my wife, my kids, my son, we all have iPhones. Uh, so when it comes to iMessage and FaceTime, that's like the number one thing on the iPhone. It's like real fast, and I like the fast updates on iOS. But as far as usability comes and features and stuff like that, Android is king. In my opinion, Android is king. The iPhone is good for videos, taking videos, 4K and all that good stuff. And since I got the Mac, it's like I'm in that ecosystem, so it works great for me. But I actually prefer Android way more than iOS. You see, I'm really hyped for the U11 Plus. The U11 was a boss. I did pick up the U11 and have it on I made a lot of videos with the U11. It's a great phone, but I had to move on to some more phones. Brian Harkin says I want the OnePlus 5T. The OnePlus 5T. That's going to be a nice phone. It's going to be competing with this phone here. I think. It's going to have the Essential phone is boss though. The Essential phone. I'm telling you right now, this is a beauty. This is a beauty. The screen is real nice. The viewing angles are real nice. Look at that. Look at the viewing angles on this. It has a heft to it. Feels premium. I like the buttons. The buttons are real nice and clicky, and they got a little coating on them. It just feels real good. The whole frame of the phone feels real good. The speakers are pretty good too. The back fingerprint magnet, it is, but it feels real good in the hand. It's not as slippery as people claim. Like I haven't even got a case for this phone. Let me see. I see George Botsford. For the Essential, is there any one thing over anything else that drives you nuts? Damn, that's a good question. Shout out to Clara Bless, 911. What drives me nuts on the Essential phone? I like everything about it, to be honest. Um, there's there's not much that drives me nuts. It is missing a few of the features of the flagship phones. Like I wish it had wireless charging. Like that's one thing that doesn't drive me nuts, but I just wish that it had wireless charging. I also kind of wish that it had SD card support, which it does not. It only has 128 gigs, which is plenty for me. But just the ability to pull out the SIM card, put it in another phone, or put it in my MacBook and just transfer files. And I kind of wish it did have SD support. And one thing that bugs me now that we're on that topic is it never bugged me before, like in 2014, 2015, but now it does is waterproofing, like IP certification. I wish it had IP68. Simply, I'd rather have some kind of protection for it than not have some kind of protection for it. So these things back here, what do you call them? For the external 3D camera, I'm not really a fan of them. I don't think I'll ever be getting that camera module. There hasn't been a lot of development on this phone for any kind of module, so we'll see what happens with that. But I'm not a huge fan of the little gold tips back there. Let me read some more questions. Um, okay. Battery life. If you're asking about the battery life on the Essential phone versus the iPhone, in my usage, I've been able to get 5 hours plus on the Essential phone, like every day. The whole week that I used it since I got the phone, 5 hours has been like right there. It's been lasting me all day. I go to bed, I still got like 30%. So the battery life has been real good. I did disable a couple things on the Essential phone. One is going to be that lift to wake. It was always just on, and I didn't want it on all the time. I didn't need it on all the time, so I disabled that. And what else did I disable? I think that was it. The lift to wake. Like I don't get messages. I don't want to respond to every message that I get. So lift to wake. That was like one of the first things I disabled. Okay, let me read some more comments. Um, so George Botsford, I hope I answered your question there as far as what drives me nuts. The little dimple on the home screen, if you're referring to that or you think that's going to drive you nuts, it's not. You're going to totally forget that it's even there, because it took me day one and it didn't bother me at all. Let me see what else. So the notches, the little dimple there is not an issue. You're going to get over that quick. Um, okay, so Chi Ying asked a question. Does Google can fix the blue tint by software update? No. You're referring to the Pixel 2 XL, the blue color tilt shift or whatever, the blue color shift. That's something that's a hardware issue. It's actually embedded into the screen. So when you tilt, you get that blue color effect. That can't be fixed. Neither could the screen burn. People are getting screen burn after about 2 weeks. So Tito Nieves, if you're watching still, hit me up in 2 weeks and let me know if you got screen burn. Brian Harkin says 6 hours, 25 minutes on screen time with the OnePlus 3T right now, 5%. That's pretty good battery life. That's real good. It all depends on battery life, on screen time. That's going to depend on the user. I might have that phone and it might not give me not even 3 hours, because I'm pretty hard on the phone's battery life. But some people, it depends. You may have a higher screen on time and less usage time or standby. Deepak Murphy, would you recommend the Essential over the Pixel 2 phone? Yes. I personally would, because the Pixel, unless you want dual speakers, if you need or want dual speakers, or if you really got to have the best camera, then yeah, get the Pixel 2. But if you're just like me and you just make videos and you don't have to take a few pictures here and there, and you don't really need dual stereo speakers, because I really don't. I use headphones all the time. I got Bluetooth headphones everywhere. Then I would go with the Essential Phone. Plus, it's half the price. Let me see. So yeah, I would recommend the Essential Phone. So far, I've been getting updates, and it's been real good. Connectivity is good. Calls are good. Um, it's very fluid. Okay, Tech Junkie. OnePlus is great. OnePlus is great. I've had every single one of them. Every single one of them. Starting off with the very first one with sandstone back, and it was great. That's back then when I was heavy into flashing, rooting, and ramming, uh, and that's one of the phones that I'd mainly use for doing that, for flashing custom ROMs. That and the Nexus 5 was like heavy hitters back then. Let me see. Any more questions? Tech Junkie says, I usually wait for the T to come out. There's only been one T, 3T. So I don't know how you usually wait. Um, Tech Junkies, Tony, your battery been on the iPhone X? Mine doesn't seem to be doing as well as my A Plus, even though the battery is slightly bigger on the 10. I don't think the battery is bigger on the 10. Oh yeah, maybe it is compared to the 8 Plus, but the 7 Plus had a pretty big battery. So I haven't even checked that out, but let me see. The battery's been okay. It's not been as good as the Essential Phone, all honesty. Let me see. I didn't charge it last night, so I just charged it this morning, and right now we're at 98%. I just took it off the charger, and it's been just sitting on the table. Like I've just been showing you things with it. Probably about as much as I've been using it. And the Essential Phone, where are we at now? We're actually both at 98%. Let me see. 98% on both. So mind you, I did charge both of them up. I haven't been using them the same because I got my SIM card in here and no SIM in the Essential Phone, which I will be putting in my SIM. But I got my SIM on another phone, which I have back here. Let me show you which phone I have. I haven't made a video on this phone either. I just got it back. Check it out. You guys know what this is. Let me show you real quick. Maybe you guys can check it out. You guys can tell me which phone this is. I'm pretty sure you know already. I reviewed it on my channel a while back. And this actually got sent out to me for review. So shout out to gearbest.com. They sent me this phone. I'm supposed to do a little unboxing on it and a review, but I already did that 8 months ago when this phone came out. So this is the Honor 6X. It came out October 2016. I picked it up when it very first came out, and I rocked with it for a little while, and it was a great phone. I passed it down to my kid. My kid used it for a long time, and then I ended up, I think, selling it on Swappa, I think I ended up selling it on Swappa because it just sat around. So I don't try to keep phones that just sit around. I want people to use them. So, but this one got sent back to me, and shout out to GearBest.com for sending this out to me for review. Now, since when I did my review on it back then, it's been updated. So it's on Android's Nougat. So I will have a video up on that shortly. Next few days, me rock with it. I've had it for about a week now. And we're going to check out the difference between what's changed since Android 6.0 to Android 7.0 Nougat. It's also has EMUI. So it's an interesting phone for the price. It has fingerprint reader, dual cameras, 8 megapixel on the front. No USB Type-C. Good phone. Build quality is real nice. Let me go back to my essential here. This is my baby right here. Let me read some questions. I like the fingerprint reader. I like the fingerprint reader. This unlocks way faster than this. I don't care what anybody says. I look at it, I gotta swipe up. And this one I don't even have to look at it. I just put my finger on it. So I don't know. I don't know. You guys be the judge, man. I think my essential, boom, versus lifting this up and swiping up. So you lift up, it's gonna activate. It's gonna look for my face. Then you're gonna get the little unlock. Then you swipe up. It all happens pretty fast, but I gotta go rock with my essential phone real quick. Okay, Tech Junkie says I had a 3T. Yeah, nice. Brian Harkins, great phone, Tech Junkie. I usually wait for, okay, I already read all that. Tony, battery life, Tech Junkie, it's 2715 on the 10 and 2685 on the A plus. Oh, thank you for that information. I think the 7 Plus had 29. Am I wrong? I think the 7 Plus had a bigger battery than both of those. I just had the 7 Plus. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Tech Junkie says I just skipped the OnePlus 5 because I knew the T was going to come out. So the T, I actually did pick up the 5. I believe I had 2 of them on my channel. The OnePlus 5 is I like the OnePlus 5. I still have cases for it. I may pick it up once the 5T comes out to do a comparison side by side. Great phone. Let me see who else. No, you're right. It was 2910. Okay, thank you, Tech Junkie. You got a YouTube channel, Tech Junkie? Let me go to your, see if you got a channel real quick. Tech Junkie. Okay, you do got a YouTube channel. I'm gonna subscribe to you, man. I like your questions. So shout out to Tech Junkies. You're gonna go see. I'm gonna subscribe to your channel real quick. Let me see if you guys can see that. I like that. I like those questions. So I'm gonna go ahead and subscribe to your channel. Here you go. Boom, subscribe, Tech Junkies. Those of you watching, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. I'm gonna check out your content here in a little bit after I get this video or live stream done. Thanks, bro. I appreciate it. Yeah, man. I like new video content creators. Every time the mainstream or the big boys that make the YouTube videos, they're cool and all, but there's a lot of people that are biased. You know, they get free phones, so they feel like they have to boost up the phone, you know, help promote the phone. That's basically what they do, a lot of them. So you got to keep an eye out for that. The little guys like us, we pay for our own phones, and you know, we're not gonna do all that junk as far as promoting it. I'm gonna tell you straight up how it is. All the phones on my channel I actually buy with my own money. So I'm not gonna be trying to promote a phone if it's no good. That's just how I'm gonna do it. The smaller channels give more honest reviews because we have to pay for everything to get it. Yeah, it's true. That's what I'm referring to. You were saying it fast, then I could type. Yeah. Let me see how many people are in here. I've been on here for how long? I don't even know. There's 19 people in here still. Drop comments, guys. Let me know what's up. What's up? What do you guys think? The Central phone or the iPhone 10? Which one do you guys like better? I like the screen a little bit better. They're both good phones. You're not gonna go wrong, but I don't see a lot of people paying $1,000 for a phone, and then the backs are very fragile. on the iPhone X or the iPhone 10. The back's very fragile. I think it's like 400 bucks or 350 to get it replaced. It's a permanent back, so it's not supposed to come off. So basically, what happens is when you break the back, they have to switch out your internals onto another frame, which is crazy. They should have made it at least ceramic like this one. Ceramic's a little bit more durable, more scratch resistant. So, I don't know. You drop the iPhone. You're paying $1,000 for this. You're gonna get decent cameras. You're gonna get a nice display, AMOLED. I don't know if you're gonna get better battery life with it because, like I said, I've been getting about average battery life, and I noticed myself charging before I go, midway. So battery life, it may be good. I check out Casey Nastat, his his video on this. He made a video with the iPhone 10. Apple claims 15 hours of usage or something like, or 13 video playback, and he actually did his. It only lasted 3.5 hours or something like that. I was like, damn, that's crazy. One thing that I do like I like the swipe gestures. I'm not gonna lie. I like the swipe gestures. I like the cameras. I like the display. The display is nice. What I don't like is the notch. Whatever. I already went over that. The build quality is pretty good. Very expensive, and I don't know. It's a nice phone, but what is it really gonna offer that's worth $1,000? I don't know. Everybody's worth is different. Your worth may be something different from mine. I just don't see it. I'm gonna end up keeping the phone because I have to. But I don't know. That's just me. I think it's super expensive. I think it's way overpriced. But it does perform real good. It's gonna be the fastest phone out there. It's gonna be guaranteed to get fast updates. Like all all Apple products are known for that, getting fast updates. And we'll see what happens from there. Anyways, guys, I think I've been on for a little bit longer than expected. Let me read some of my comments before I end this real quick. Let me see. Ross, let me see. Okay, there's messages coming in. They're booming too, so. Okay. Deepak Murphy, I subscribe to Tech Junkies. Awesome. Kurt Bryan, I still like the speed of the fingerprint sensor. I also agree. I like the speed of the fingerprint sensor also. Matt, too much for my pocket. It is expensive, man, for real. That's $1,000. You could probably buy a bucket. What do you call that? A beater with a heater, winter car, and just drive it for $1,000. That's crazy. That's super expensive. I don't know if I could recommend a phone that's that expensive that doesn't offer that much. I mean, if I think that the Galaxy Note 8 is actually a super expensive phone also, but it offers a whole lot more than what this phone is offering. Wireless charging. Yay. Yes, Apple Care. But another point, somebody that mentioned Apple Care in here, I just saw it, Tech Junkies. Another point to the iPhone that why it's expensive, but you do get real good service. Like customer service is amazing when it comes to the iPhone. You get real good customer service. Samsung, not so much. You're gonna be. I was on the phone, like I said, when I returned, or I called to return my Galaxy Note 8. I was on there at least an hour and a half. They kept transferring me around. First, they did what do they call that? Troubleshooting. They wanted to help me troubleshoot, which I had already did all that, but I did it again just for kicks and giggles. I wanted to hear them tell me what I already knew, restart, reboot, restore the software, and blah, blah, blah. I did all that and I was on the phone for about an hour and a half. Mike Benjamin in the building. I just signed up for Tech Junkies. Yes, I'm gonna definitely check out his channel. It looked like he got some real good content on there. So yeah, welcome, Tech Junkies. Um, I've never seen you before, or at least I haven't seen your name before on any of my streams or comments. I may have missed it, but welcome and thank you for joining my live stream and for asking me for being interactive on my live chat. I appreciate that. The best customer service for sure, yes. Ross Tech and more. To replace the glass is going to be really expensive on an iPhone 10, even with Apple Care. Yes. I believe it's like $350, even with Apple Care. I may be wrong, but that's crazy. The thing is, they glued the back to the frame. If you check out a breakdown of the iPhone, someone took it apart on YouTube, and they just have it's all metal underneath. They just have a little cutout for the wireless charging receiver. That's it. The rest is glued on. So when you crack the back, there's no, I don't know, maybe there will be, or I don't know, but for some reason there's no removing the back glass. They actually have to, from what I've been reading, is swap the frame out. So they actually pull your display out, pull all your internal chips and whatever, and put it into another frame. So yeah, I can see why it would be expensive, but I think this glass back comes out. I don't know. That's why I got mine in the case. I'm scared I'm going to drop it. Let me read some more. Mike Benjamin, okay, he just signed up. Let me see more comments. Okay, so Deepak Murphy, exactly. Note 8 gives much more better value for your money. I have 125 gig iPhone X and Note 8. Note 8 is a more complete package. It is. The Note 8 is a more complete package when it comes to value for your dollar. I think so. I think the Note 8 has the best display. It has, I think it's going to have better battery life. I may be wrong, but I know it has the best display. It does offer wireless charging, IP68, the S Pen, SD card. So it offers a whole lot, and real good cameras at that. So the Note 8 is almost the complete package. Everyone's different, so it would depend on. Yes, I do follow Jerry Riggs everything. I seen him take apart. No, I think he did the bend test. I haven't seen him take it apart yet. So that's, I think the last video I saw. Wow, look at all those notifications. The last video I saw was him actually doing the bend test on the iPhone. I think it did pretty good. I may be wrong, but I think it did pretty good. Let me see. I got messages galore. Hold up. Give me a second. Okay, Twitter. That's the smartphone guy. That's Donovan. Got a whole bunch of notifications. Okay. So yeah, I did see that video where he actually did the bend test, scratch test. He burned the display, so it did pretty good. Will H Tech Review. Loving the Note 8 so far. Just got it last night. The Note 8 is nice, man. I hope you don't have that microphone issue that I had, because it's gonna drive you nuts. A lot of people are having it. Just a heads up. Did you get the unlocked straight from Samsung one? Will H? Because the one I got was unlocked straight from Samsung website, and it was giving me issues, and I think that's the one that's giving people issues with the microphone. I don't know what it is, but the microphone just stops working, and then you're not able to use it on calls. You're not able to use it for Bixby, for Google Assistant. It just totally quits working, and you got it from AT&T. Well, I don't know which ones exactly are working and not working, but Microphone issue is out there. If you go to their forums, the Samsung forums, you will see a lot of people complaining about the microphones going out. Tana does tech in the building. What's up, Tana? Man, I've been streaming for a little while now. Let me see how long I've been on here. Wow, over an hour. What's up, Tana? I'm just comparing the Essential phone versus the iPhone 10. Boom. Quick comparisons. Well, it ain't been quick because I've been on here for an hour, but I was just giving people my thoughts on that notch on the front versus the notch on the Essential phone. So it's been good. It's been good. They're both good phones. I don't know um, what the iPhone has to offer that's actually that much. I don't know. The price is kind of high for me, so I don't know if I could even refer a phone that costs this much or recommend a phone that costs this much. I like the phone. Don't get me wrong. I do like the iPhone. I've been rocking with it, like I said, since I got it on the 3rd, and it's been banging out pretty good. The battery life, like I said, hasn't been the best in my experience and my usage. Everyone's different, but as far as connectivity, call quality, the cameras, I've taken 4K video, 60 frames per second. I did have an issue transferring the files to my MacBook, which drove me nuts. But I think I got that sorted out. Let me read some comments. Tanada's Tech is in the building. You guys who don't know who Tanada's Tech is, check out his channel, subscribe to him. Does some real good content. He's funny as heck. Let me see. AT&T, Tony P. Okay, Tana, Will H. That was a dope comparison, bro. Yeah, so the Essential, Tana does text us, so that Essential holds its own pretty well against the iPhone X. I like the Essential phone. Like I said, I've been saying it since I've been making this video. I like it just feels a little bit more premium in my hands. I like this. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe the square on the Essential seems easier to hold than that round. The roundness on. Check it out. You may agree or may not disagree, but the round curves on the iPhone make it a little bit more slipperier to me. This one feels way better. I think in the hand, it's like there's something to hold on to. That's just me though. Anyways, guys, I've been on for a little while. I'm about to go head out and go to the park. I gotta shoot some videos. I gotta shoot my review on this one, which I was gonna do a review on it yesterday, but it rained on my parade, so I couldn't go and get the footage that I want. But right now, it's almost 10 a.m. and I'm about to head out to the park and get some footage. I got a review. So stay tuned for those videos. I'm gonna do my 1-week review of the Essential phone, my thoughts, and I'm gonna try to do real good. I already did a video on the camera samples. If you guys haven't checked those out, check them out. But I did a review on the camera. The cameras are real good. I like what I did with the cameras, the video on that. Stabilization is not the best, but it's good. And yeah, so stay tuned for that video, the Essential phone 1-week review. And then I'm gonna give you my 24 hours with the iPhone 10, which is a very expensive phone. I think is the most expensive phone right now that you can put in your pocket. And then I have another video coming out. I'm gonna try to get all these 3 in. I'm gonna try this one here, this was sent to me from gearbest.com. This is the Honor 6X. I already reviewed this phone, but GearBest for some reason decided to send this to me to do another review. So I'm going to go ahead and do another review on it. I've used it already for about a week. I've kept it on the wraps. I did review it like 8 months ago when it first came out. It came out in October 2016, so a year ago. It came out a year ago exactly. And it did good back then. The cameras were real good back then. The price was $250, I believe, and the price has dropped amazingly. And it's been updated. It's on Nougat now. So it got a software update. It got software update, and we'll see how it does in my review. So 1 week review on this one too. So stay tuned for all these phones I got a review on. I'm gonna end my video. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks for showing up and showing my channel some love. Like I said, I'm out. I'll catch you guys on the next one, guys. Drop a comment down below real quick. Let me read some of these comments before I end the stream. Matt says, have a good day, bro. Thank you so much. Good question, Deepak. What did he ask? Which is better display? I might get criticized if I say this, but I like the essential display better than an iPhone. Shocker, right? Okay, but 10 of us tech. I'm out. Great video. Thank you guys for joining. Share this out once it goes live on YouTube, please. I really appreciate it. I just like people to view my content and gain some subscribers. I'll be honest. I'm gonna check out Tech Junkies channel. I already subscribed to him. Will H, check out his channel. Check out Tanner's Tech definitely, and check out Ross Tech and more. They all have YouTube channels. Pretty much everybody that's in this stream has a YouTube channel. So check them out. And with that being said, I'm out. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Later.
Yeah, keep it 100.